Good morning. I'm on the road again. Yeah, and I'm going north, of course. Well, I'm taking a bit of a digression, a little bit. It's not like me really to digress. And I'm going to Le Puy-en-Velay, where the lentils come from. I've been there loads of times, and yeah, I'm going there because I'm vegetarian. Well, the Cathars were vegetarian. That's one thing I haven't mentioned. And somebody asked me on Facebook to tell them more about the belief behind the Cathar. And I thought I'd do a little bit of that now, and then I'll do some more when I get to Le Puy. Nothing to do with lentils, the belief, but anyway, I'm just amusing myself. Right, okay, so the Cathar, I mean, to put it in simple terms, when William Blake was asked about his Christian values, he said his was the belief, his was the religion of Jesus. Let's put it simply that way. And in many ways, that's whether you believe in all of that. You know, I have my own views, but the Cathar's belief was simply the teachings of Jesus, not the God, the man. They believed historically that he existed. That was their view. And there's also stories around the original Cathar belief that the Gnostic sects that came over, the groups that came over, were Essene from Palestine and the sister of Mary. Whether all this is true, you know, it's up for grabs. But anyway, the sister of Mary, Martha, and the raised Lazarus figure in the Bible came over to France, to Marseille. Well, actually, to be more accurate, to a place called Saint Marie de la Mer, just next between Marseille and the Camargue. And they say that, you know, the stories go, it's in the Da Vinci Code, it's in all of these books about Jesus coming there. He was never, you know, he survived the crucifixion, and so on and so on and so on. Anyway, so the Cathars believed in the simple teachings of the man, not the God. And that was to do with peace, of course, to do with healing, mercy, justice, living simply. And it was really at odds with, you know, with the church, as I've been documenting so far. So, yeah, you'll see when you get to Le Puy. I'll take some photographs or a little bit of video footage. There's a huge effigy of Mary, the Vatican Roman Catholic Mary, made out of 400 cannons melted down from the Crimean War. You see, and this is the difference. The church, no matter where you go in Christendom, celebrates war, celebrates death, because the actual deity is a god of death. The Cathar deity was a god of life, and that was the main difference. So the god of death was worshipped through all of these effigies. I mean, the focus on Christ on the cross, for example, the crucifixion in a lot of Catholic churches is a grotesque image that is all to do with torture and sacrifice. Hello, that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what these the Vatican and the Holy Roman Church was based on, and other stuff besides. Anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that, and I'm now, it's now day, whatever it is, day 9 or day 8, I've lost track of days, and I'm entering sleepy little French villages, and I'm now going towards Le Puy. So I'll talk to you again in a bit. Okay, bye. Well, I'm in Le Puy. I'm at the historic cathedral, which is an absolute amazing piece of architecture. I'm on the inside of the port. If I just put my camera this way, you might not see. I'll take some more footage, you'll see it better in a second, but I just wanted to say a couple of things about Le Puy. Its history is absolutely amazing, because what you have here is one of the earliest Romanesque cathedrals that was built to venerate Mary, and it couldn't be a bigger odds with the Catholic religion. This was the heart of Roman Catholicism here, and the Virgin Mary is the effigy I mentioned in the other video, made from cannons from the Crimean War, which sits atop Le Puy looking down over the village. And what also the whole area. I mean, there's two things. One is the Egyptian style and the Egyptian stones that we used here. They actually brought in stones from Egypt to make the parts of the cathedral. France is full of symbolism. The Christian Roman Catholic church is full of symbolism, and Le Puy is no exception. But it has a unusual set of sculptures, pieces of art, and so on. And there's one behind me, I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, the Black Madonna, which is Isis basically. It's meant to be the Madonna from Egypt, the mother of Horus and all that kind of thing. There's lots of symbolism. There's also connections with Martha and the stuff I was telling you in the car about what the Cathar said was the real Jesus coming to France and all that kind of thing in the Da Vinci Code. But here's an interesting piece of sculpture. There's a door here on a cedar panel. Now cedar was, you can see behind me, I want to move this up so you can see. Cedar is a very, very special wood, and this is used on this panel to the old port. And you can see up in the top, about there where my finger is, I'm going to move the camera up, there's a guy, just have a look. There's a guy up there with what looks like a claw or a paw for a hand, and he's also got a red hooded cloak, and that symbolism relates to a legend in the area of the beast of Gévaudan and the Brotherhood of the Wolf, which is a movie. If you want to check out, without me going into great detail, there's a movie called The Brotherhood of the Wolf, which was based in this area, Sourbrieux, which is on the other side of Le Puy, the whole of this Gévaudan region. And that's a story of a true story of a shape-shifting werewolf serial killer that went on the rampage in the 1640s to claim lots of victims, especially the usual women and children, all that kind of thing. And eyewitness accounts say it wasn't a beast, even though the history books try and say it was a marsupial of some kind. That doorway up there, and I'll insert a picture at the end with that character on it, is an effigy of a priest with a beast's paw-like hand. Now there's another side to that, which I'm not going to go into now. But I'm going to have a walk around the cathedral and I'll show you some more. Okay, see you in a bit.